More than 1 in 3 people over the age of 65 is single and free to mingle. Meg Oliver hit the dating scene to see how older Americans are searching and finding love. Meg, good morning.
That's right. Good morning, Tony. You might be surprised to learn that the youngest and oldest Americans are the most likely to be single in America, and many of them are ready to mingle. I spoke with some mature singles to find out why it's never too late to find love.
How do you get back on the dating scene when you are over 50 or even over 60?
No luck, but I had 15 scammers.
I've been dating online for the last year and a half.
It's a popular question burning up TikTok from mature singles. How and where can they find love?
The dating app thing is just not for me. I'm old school.
Table number 11, raise your hand.
Gayle Adams is old school too. The 64-year-old created 7 in Heaven Singles, a dating service that hosts in-person activities for people of all ages to find romance.
It was my little side gig, and then in 2008, I lost my job. So I made my side job my full-time job.
And so even in the recession, dating is big business?
Absolutely. They came, recession and all. Singles want love.
There are more than 27 million singles over 60. Since 2013, online dating for this age group has doubled.
A lot of younger people might think senior citizens, they don't really have a lot of dates or sex. What's it like out there?
Oh, no, they're definitely, they're my biggest numbers.
On this night on Long Island, 24 people between the ages of 50 and 65 showed up for a night of speed dating. We popped in to see if Cupid's arrow might strike.
How do you feel about tonight?
Tonight, I'm looking forward to it. It's not like when you were 20 years old. You went into a bar, girls all over, guys all over. Yeah, you met somebody.
So why did you come here?
Why did I? Well, my husband passed about 7 years ago, and as I was a 49-year-old widow, I am now in the dating scene.
Why do you think there are so many single older people now?
I think this generation, which is my generation, is the generation that said, if I'm not in a happy marriage, I'm leaving. My mother's generation, my father's generation, they were taught, you stay together, you know, and they did stay together.
Oh, dinner a little late tonight, dear?
Patience, Papa. Had to straighten up my dressing table.
And today's world looks a little less Ward and June Cleaver. Between 1990 and 2015, the divorce rate among older adults more than doubled. And researchers say there are many factors, including a sharp rise in women entering the labor market that allowed wives to afford divorce.
I think if I couldn't afford to get divorced, I wouldn't have gotten divorced.
Susan Rosenthal, a 72-year-old litigator in New York City, has been dating for 20 years.
Are you still hopeful you'll find love?
I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't hopeful. And I love meeting people.
These days, that's mostly online.
What's the biggest difference dating today versus before you were first married?
When I started dating in my 40s, there was a lot more game playing. My mother said you reach an age and you don't really care what other people think, and I have reached that age, so I can be true to myself.
But some of the trials and tribulations of dating among mature adults might feel more familiar to a younger age group. Freddie Velasquez says they get ghosted too.
Presently, the girl I'm dating happened to go and take care of her mother. And we haven't spoken in a while.
But why is it so important to have love in your life?
I think that's important in everybody's life, you know, to have that moment where you can sit down and be happy to be with the one that's compatible with you, talks to you, laugh with you.
You're looking for that moment.
Yes, and I'm not going to give up on that moment.
Everybody know what number they're at?
And according to Gayle Adams, he has good reason to hold on to hope.
And how many matches have you made?
Oh, lots. Some have stuck, some have not stuck, some come back again.
Is it ever too late to find love?
No. I got remarried at age 62. I've had couples on my events that have met and in the 70s that have gotten married.
What's your advice to mature singles who are maybe ready just to give up?
Don't give up. I mean, because you just don't know what's around the corner. But if you just let it go and just want it, it'll come to you. It really will.
And it came to Gayle. She met her new husband through one of her events, so she's happily married. And at the speed dating event we went to, every single person except one picked a match.
Ooh. Hey, that's great news.
Yeah, in person.
Good odds.
That's what they
I don't want people to miss the name of Gayle's company. It was 7 in Heaven.
Yes. Ring a bell?
Yes. 7
Listen,
Minutes in Heaven
like
when you were in middle school.
What is it? 7 and Heaven?
There was a kids game, you know, it's kind of like Spin the Bottle. 7 Minutes in Heaven, they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Freddie's thing. Don't give up. It's never too late. I definitely believe that.
And Freddie spent a decade taking care of his sick mom. It made it very hard for him to find dating. So let's fingers crossed for Freddie because he really wants to find it.
Tell Freddie I said, hey.
Okay.